Good evening, everyone. Hope you are well and you all had a great day, trading day, of course. This is another market recap session, and pardon me, it's the 7th of May, 2026. Hope everyone is keeping well. Okay, so yes, as today, as usual, it's always something happening in this market, and I decided to show the performance so you can see how it's been moving because half the times when we're talking about these things, um, many people want to be able to correlate and see what has been going on. So while I share my screen, I'm just going to quickly talk about this quickly. Hope everyone is staying safe. I mean, we do have this new virus going around. Well, they said it's going around, but the Hunter virus, I guess. And all I can say is, yeah, we are all we've got. Stay safe. You only have one life. Uh, don't YOLO into a virus, please. I beg you. But yeah, here we are. But first and foremost, we do have oil. And what's happened with oil today? Oil was going down, of course, and we thought everything was hunky-dory. I mean, I'm just going to quickly share this. This was the breakout we had. I can't believe I never took my oil position, oil call here. But anyway, what can I say? There's always another chance. So yeah, and it broke out at 50 something. But we're talking about today. Today, we had conflicting headlines, and this is something I keep telling people. Look, I give up. What does that mean? We don't know what's going on. Yesterday, oil collapsed 12%, and today it was down 8%. And guess what? We are going back up again today. And, I foresee this going above $100. Why? Well, because it's a headline-driven market. That's one thing you got to say. And I posted a headline from the BBC, and I mean this is just another image from is it CNBC, and which just shows this was driving the news. U.S. and Iran trade fire in Strait of Hormuz. Each claims other shots first. So we are saying we really do not know what's going on. We think we do, or something they do, but we don't. So I don't trust anything headlines is coming out at all from the markets. And that's why I think, sincerely, I'm just trading the PA price actions. And from the guys who know, you could see the bead, look at the bead right there. That's the bead. And that tells you, look, we've got a bit of inefficiency, and that's all I can see. Remember, guys, this is purely probability-based trade. Okay, that's what I think, and that's what I think would happen. But anyway, I have got no exposure here. But look, cocoa, we haven't really been talking about that. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. So it's broken it right here. Cocoa had an immense, amazing, brutal 2025. It crashed out, and boom, things have started picking up again. We'll see what he does here. So hopefully, if he goes here up and up like this, I think we'll be looking at 6,000 again for cocoa. And it's just a thing of patience with small amounts of money. But we shall see. We have a group here, we trade commodities, everything. But like I said again, last year was totally brutal. It crushed all the gains. And then we shall see what happens again this year. So that's cocoa right there. Um, Again, what else was I going to say? Okay, now let's talk about, so, that's oil. Oil affects everything. But look at the cues. Look at the cues today. The markets were slightly down today, slightly down today again. But I mean, come on. This is a market which has crossed 700 already. It's been aggressively bullish. Everything is just getting soaked in. And honestly, except it goes below this line and back into the BK box, I don't see anything. As far as I'm concerned, this is just a wild market. Whatever you see, market don't care. I mean, look at that. All indicators are green. Is we up this week, up in the month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. This is manic. Year to date, 5 years, crazy. But anyway, and of course, looking at that, you can see Berkshire. Berkshire moves against the market, and Berkshire gained today. I'm not sure. One is trying not to go down. But one thing is, I kind of like Berkshire here. Why? Because number one, Berkshire holds cash. The market doesn't hold cash. Okay, that's one. And that's probably one of the reasons I do like Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, but that's just me. The other thing is, what else? What else? What else? Okay, now speaking of the market today, it's a myriad of earnings reports. Things are. I'm not even sure if there's a correlation, but I drew something together. Look, iron was up 20 something percent, lost it. What else we had? It's quite interesting actually. In the group, nobody mentioned Jumia. Jumia was up 18%. That was a huge, huge rally. And look at that. On a weekly, I think Jumia is going to go back to 11. But okay, so a few things I'm going to say based on this report, which I read here. And number one, let me just, I had it here. So I've got like a quick summary. So number one, I think software and cloud, they're showing strong post-earning rallies versus sharp sell-offs in one high flyer. So if you look at software, I mean, this is software right here. IGV was, it had a great, great, great day today. 90. That's impressive. So that's software then. Iron is, one of the data center. But okay, speaking of cloud, we had Oracle as well. I think Oracle crossed 200 this today if he hasn't given it back, some of it back. Okay, ooh, yeah, but that's still fine. Oracle crossed 200, 189 right now, which is amazing. That's an impressive place to be. Industrials and auto, a bit of a decline post earnings. Not going to mention individual ones for now. Biotech, small cap pharma, a bit mixed, but we had some positive outliers. Again, so I'm going to highlight some of them, and I'm probably going to see if I can, yeah, let me see if I can pull this is my summary because I think it's better in picture, really. So this is, let's see, and you can pick some of them for your bemusement, if you like. Anyway, so Fastly crashed today heavily. Ava down, so we could see some of the auto quite weak post-earnings sell-off. But look at what we had. Frog positive reaction, and this is still very strong. AppLovin as well. It's quite strange actually. AppLovin was down, was green yesterday, then down, then green, then down, eventually green today, and we had a great day. Restaurant tech as well. But this is interesting actually, restaurant tech, because Toast was also down. This market hasn't really particularly got a definite correlation as to what is going on, but that's just me. Also, we do have some sector correlations, which I can show you. Again, let me see if I can paste it here. Just a summary I made from my notes, and just going to tell you my observation. Okay, so that was the sector correlation. So you can see it right there. The cloud is software polarized. So so again, like you see, up, up, down, down. LiDAR, auto tech, down, down, all down. So fintech payments as well, Affirm, Bill, Frog, all up. So this might be good, but even though Upstart hasn't actually been great, blockchain, they're broadly lower. So we've got to probably check Bitcoin. Biotech, pharma, again, mixed, you know, up and down. And then again, consumer cyclical. Fat pipe is up, figs, beliefs is down. So you can see markets hasn't exactly given a direction. So cloud names are decoupling, markets punishing low margin, high bond fastly, while rewarding profitable growth. WBDB, Workday as well. Lighter sector shows strong negative sympathy. And, for example, OUSD, AEVA down together, likely due to demand concerns. I think we do have some also, like I said, I've mentioned Fastly. I mean, if you look at Fastly was just brutal. I thought it was going to be a great one, actually, because, CDN, half the world's conversation is being carried by AI. But look at this. I tend to think this is probably going to go to 12 now. I mean, I called this a 26, got to 31. somehow, sometimes that's a 20%. You've got to be able to say, do you know what? That's enough. Let's get out. Okay. So those are the few things I see, but immediate risk to watch out for. Yes, I keep mentioning this, and I'm still going to mention it. OUSD or star is one to watch out for. Yeah, hasn't had a great day today, but it's something we're looking at, because it collapsed AEVA as well. Because I'm not looking at it for a bounce at the moment, just paying attention to these areas that are weak. Remember, buy when there's fear on the street, but correlated, they're not doing great. Non-profitable cloud as well. Fastly was one I was looking at for, but I guess it's probably on the long term, but again, I'll see where we can look at it. I've looked at iron. Let's just look at CIFR. This is another crypto blockchain. I think they're probably showing weakness, but you can't talk about this without looking at BTC. So let's just look at Bitcoin really and see what that is doing. Because Bitcoin crossed what, 80 today? Yeah, gradually, slowly creeping up. And that's it. But anyway, so let's look at potential opportunities based on what is moving, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. So number one is a PAR. PAR is, why is it so slow? Yeah, there you go. Post earnings has been on a tier, very, very bullish. That's one. Workday, I think, and if you notice, pay attention to these things, guys. What do you notice? This says, okay, it's electronic equipment. Workday. Workday, and I think Workday should be software, by the way. So Workday is software, information technology. Yeah, there you go. A bit weak. It's been beaten though, battered a lot. So MDB, MongoDB. Oh my goodness, that's another one. A lot of people don't actually know what this company does, but if you think about all your chats, your conversation on social media, these guys are the ones managing and storing them. So, I could see a great 10% run back in again today. So, and these guys are giving a lift to software. So those are the things I'm looking at. Affirm as well. Likewise, Bill, we just paying attention to them and just seeing. I'm not betting yet, but just paying attention to them. You can see that forms that coral. So, like I said, look at Bitcoin. Fastly, definitely something to avoid. You've got to look at follow through on MDB, Workday. This is a bullish signal. Of course, also now is another bullish one. So you got to notice, think about it. MDB, Workday, now, what else? CRM. So if you look, so all these guys, what are they? These are software. So if I say watch out for them, this is software, guys. Weeks is another one here. I think probably did a bit better today as well, Weeks. So, software people are thinking it's left for dead, but you can't do there's no AI without software, full stop. Yes, do you think it's going to kill it? Not exactly yet. But anyway, so these are some potential opportunities right now. We do have a caution though. Some of them are abnormal, VIRT. That's the abnormal volume here of 900, of almost 1,000% volume, but I'm not seeing anything. Maybe it's just something, but do not chase. I don't know. I'm seeing some block trade, CDLX as well. Again, these things probably hit the market before we can see. Yeah, there you go. That's another one I'm seeing. So quick correlation. If the LiDAR trades in lockstep, one falls while all falls. That's just they all trade together. Yeah, lockstep. The cloud software, they trade on FCF margins, not exactly growth. Okay, and of course, crypto miners. This is a levered BTC. They're not exactly independent stock. I think this is actually interesting, actually, because Mister, he was going to sell some Bitcoin to pay dividend. I didn't even know how that traded today, if investors frowned at it or not. A little bit, but not too bad. I think it kind of held back a bit more. Okay, so anyway, final call is that the after hour session is we are looking at a fight for quality. You got to own profitable cloud and probably selective fintech. That's what I can say today. I kind of made a bit of a note here. But right now, you got to avoid LiDAR, you got to avoid crypto miners until the sentiment stabilizes. That's all I can say. That's what I can see. And then, of course, tomorrow is another day. And until then, guys, I'm going to say have a great night. God bless, and I shall see you all tomorrow.